Okay, so let's dive in. We're looking at something kind of surprising today, based on the sources you found. This really intense conflict within fan groups.
Yeah, it's a bit strange on the surface, isn't it? You've got people super passionate about the same exact thing Elvis in this case study.
Exactly. And yet, they end up, well, attacking each other, sometimes pretty harshly.
Mm-hmm. Instead of just, focusing on what they all love.
So our mission here, really, following these sources, is to figure out why. Why does this happen? What do these attacks actually look like?
And crucially, what's the fallout? The sources are pretty clear. This isn't just like online squabbling. It has real negative effects.
Definitely. The sources, they actually break down the kinds of attacks. It's not just disagreeing about, I don't know, a favorite song or
Yeah, it
something.
goes way beyond that. We're talking actual name calling.
Yeah, the sources pointed out examples like calling someone a shill, basically saying
Yeah.
they're not a real fan, maybe they're paid off or something.
Right, questioning their motives. And then it gets even weirder, like almost into conspiracy territory.
How so?
Well, the sources mention things like accusing someone of lying about Elvis's last days. That's not opinion, that's making serious accusations against another fan.
Wow, okay. And
Yeah.
then there's just the straightforward personal stuff, right? The sources mentioned just dismissing people.
Yeah, the sort of ad hominem thing, like you don't know anything, just go away. It completely shuts down any kind of actual conversation.
So if this is happening, what do the sources say are the actual consequences? For the whole community, I mean.
Well, one big thing is fragmentation. It breaks the fan base apart. Instead of one community, you get these little warring factions, these tribes.
Yeah, constantly at odds, which weakens everyone, presumably.
And looking outwards, the sources say it tanks the community's credibility. Think about sponsors or the media, or even EPE in this case.
Right. If they just see all this fighting and negativity,
Hmm.
it makes the whole group look bad. Less appealing to deal with.
Which leads to maybe the saddest part, it scares off new people.
Oh, that anecdote in the source material was powerful.
Yeah.
About the new fan.
Yeah, someone just getting into Elvis, saw the drama and toxicity online and just, backed away. Didn't want any part of it.
That's terrible.
Huh?
Driving away potential fans before they even get started. So, okay, why? Why does this happen? The sources dig into the psychology a bit.
They do. That tribalism you mentioned comes up, that us versus them instinct. Even us should technically be everyone who likes the thing.
It's like the energy gets misdirected. From the love of Elvis to fighting about Elvis or about who's the right kind of fan.
Exactly. And sometimes the sources suggest it might be projection, like maybe creators or fans feel a bit insecure about their own stuff.
Ah, so they lash out at others as a defense.
Sort of, yeah. And then you have the whole echo chamber problem online. These negative ideas, these accusations, they just bounce around in small groups.
And get louder and more distorted.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Creating these bubbles where, like, facts about Elvis might even get twisted.
It all sounds pretty negative, but the sources do offer some hope. They talk about positive ways forward.
Right. Instead of fighting, they push for collaboration.
Yeah, actually working together, like doing guest spots on each other's channels or maybe co-hosting discussions, building bridges.
And changing how critique is offered, not just, you're wrong.
Exactly. More like, hey, here's another way to look at it, or have you considered this angle? Adding to the conversation, not, attacking the person.
Constructive, not destructive.
Yeah.
And also just celebrating other people in the community.
It's simple stuff, right? Like giving shout outs, featuring other fans' work. The sources say that builds goodwill and support.
Yeah, it really shifts the focus.
Yeah.
The underlying message from the sources seems to be that unity, that shared passion, that's the real strength. Conflict just weakens everything.
Absolutely. It builds something positive and lasting, whereas the fighting just tears things down.
So the call to action really is pretty straightforward. Think about someone else in the community, another fan or channel you respect.
And make a conscious effort to share something positive about them. Put your energy there into building up, not tearing down.
It's a simple shift, but could make a big difference. So
Yeah.
for you listening, maybe think about that.
Yeah.
Who do you appreciate in this space? How can you lift them up?
And building on all that, especially the points about distorted information and accusations,
Yeah.
it leaves us with a pretty important question to think about, doesn't it? How do you, as a fan, check facts and verify information about the subject you love?
Without getting dragged into all the drama and conflict yourself.
Yeah.
That's definitely something worth pondering.